Good evening. It is October 26th. Checking my computer's calculator. Not calculator, calendar. It's October 26th. Tonight we're going to try D&T's second breakfast 11sies, I think it's called. Black tea blend. This is going to be a different one because it's loose leaf tea. And I did get a strainer for it, so without further ado, let's get to the brew. Why do you guys watch? Okay, so I was wrong. It is just called Shire Second Breakfast, and it says add 1d4 11sies rations. On the back it says, a rich, robust blend evoking hearty halfling breakfasts with aroma of comforting malt, hint of smokiness and full-bodied flavor. Smooth and satisfying, it's a perfect companion for a cozy morning at home, or maybe even a second breakfast. I want to rip this open and see what this smells like. Put that off there. Thank God it's a Ziploc bag. Ooh. It's really herby. I'm liking that a lot. That's a great smell. So it is loose leaf tea. So I got one of these nifty little strainers. You just open the top, put the tea in, and then put it in the boiling water and then let it steep like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna boil the water first, probably. That might be a good idea. Also, I apologize to all the countries that regularly drink and brew tea. You're gonna hate how I make my tea, I can guarantee it. The way I like black tea specifically is I put a little bit of milk in it and then I put 2 spoonfuls of sugar in it. If that upsets you, I'm sorry. I'm just a dude from Ohio. Actually, I figured while the water's boiling, you guys might want to see me put the tea into the strainer. Oh, this is harder to get out of the bag than I thought it was gonna be. I have to like hold it steady so I'm not dropping. See, there it is. You got the, there we go. That's one. To make sure not to spill any on the floor. It's quite a bit here and it's a lot more chunkier than I was expecting. And then, there we go. We got 2 spoons in there. Now we just gotta wait for the water to finish boiling. Boil faster. Robert, the water isn't boiling fast enough. It's pissing me off. So I have been locked the fuck in on producing music and I'm on like a bit of a dubstep kick right now because I was listening to a lot of Subtronics and like Eliminate and I was like, I want to make stuff that kind of sounds like that. So specifically I heard the track Flute Dub by Subtronics and I was like, ooh, that's really spooky. I kind of want to do something with like a spooky vibe. So I have this track here that I'm calling Check Your Pulse. What's this pattern? Oh yeah, this is this little melody that I came up with. I just like how stuttery it is. I really like stuttery melodies. A lot of these samples that I'm using are from Hellfire Collection on FL Cloud, and I gotta let my cat out of my room real quick. I came up with that melody, and then I worked my way backwards to find a bass line, and I kind of stacked, I believe this is a Reese. Yeah, this is a Virtual Riot preset in Serum 2. It's kind of Reese-y. I just did a classic 3X oscillator, -24 on both the top 2. That's how you get a really basic sub. Like that. If you have bad headphones, you're not going to hear that. But yeah, I just came up with this. I have the free orchestra 1. I have short strings, clusters, and a choir going on here. So I just wanted to give it kind of like an eerie sort of feel. And then yeah, I was just, let's just make a build. I got to about this point. I found this riser. I think this was another FL Cloud pull. I'm not entirely sure, but I found this. So I was having trouble coming up with like a build to the drop. So I was like, you know what? Let's just get a snare riser going. So go over here. And I have a couple of downers like that. And this little guy. Oh, it's just a crash cymbal. And I think this is a really short sub drop. No, it's an impact. Turn down the desktop audio on OBS. I don't have these recording on separate tracks, unfortunately. I didn't think about this part of the video. What I do usually is that I'll find bass samples like I did. Like I said, everything's Hellfire Collection over here in FL Cloud. And then I'll just kind of like chop and remix them because I'm not a sound design guy and I don't want to spend 3 hours making just garbage sounds. I mean that affectionately. And I have the utmost respect for people who do nothing but sound design. But I'm not one of those people. So what I'll do, I'll take a full length and then I'll find interesting parts. Like there's these fast bits here and then I'll just chop them and then move them around. So like the full sample is this. And so what I did here, hang on, let me mute everything. And what I did here is, like I said, I just chopped and screwed it. And then we get into a different bass sample. That's this. It also has that like really fast, like blah, 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 that I really like. And so when we unmute everything, I just have a very basic like dubstep kind of rhythmy sort of drum pattern here. You're probably wondering why I don't have a kick under the snare, and it's because this snare sample is weird. It's like kind of delayed just a little bit, so if I added a kick, it sounds bad. You get like a weird like gallop, and if I move this sample over, if I move the start time just a little bit, it doesn't have the same sort of punch, I feel. Yeah, it's just everything together, we have something like this. The glue holding this together is like this sort of ambient sort of thingy. I don't know what else to call it. It's labeled as ambient, but we have this. And I think that really just ties the whole thing together. And then, yeah, full song. I'm not gonna play the full song. You're gonna have to wait until it's released. You know what? I think that's good enough. So, turn it off. Let's bring it over. Pour it in. I got some on the countertop. It'll be okay. I'll wipe it off. Don't worry about it. There we go. Let's put this right in there. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, I've tried to center this as best as I can, but now it's time to make all of the non-American people upset with me. My favorite thing to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer this to the sink. Nobody told me there'd be this much spillage with tea. Gonna add just a little smidge of milk, not too much. There, I think that's good. Just a little bit. You know what, I'm gonna add, this water is still hot. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water to this. We're gonna do 2 spoons of sugar. We're gonna go a 1 and we're gonna go a 2. And here we go. And now it's time for the taste test. It's still really hot. Like I literally just did all the stuff just now, so still really hot. Ooh, that is really bold. I'm not sure, they said malty, but it's not really malty. But it's really full bodied. There's a lot of flavor in this, damn. Wow, you know what? It is kind of, it does have like a breakfasty sort of feeling to it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, you know, you sit down, got your toast, got your bacon, you got your eggs, classic spread. Then you have this next to you. It's like that just makes sense. Does that make sense? That is probably one of the, out of all the teas that I've tried so far, which is not very many, honestly, both on and off the channel. I just haven't had a whole lot of black tea before. This really just punches you in the face. It is really bold. It is really full-bodied. I really enjoy this. You know, for the longest time, top of the morning coffees, black Irish tea. I can't remember the exact name of it, but that was my favorite for a long time. That's what I would brew personally for myself. This might be replacing it. I'm not sure. I have to try so many more teas because the tea is the one thing that's lacking on Cozy Bud is tea. So I'm trying to get better about getting more teas to try. This rules. D&Tea, you did great. I think you really captured the like hobbity feel. I could totally see Bilbo or Frodo sitting down and having a nice cup of this tea. So yeah, that's all I got for you today. Thank you guys so very much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. If you want to get a Shadowsense mug, you can go to shadowsense.xyz. Please pick one up. I'm not asking you anymore. I'm telling you, get a mug. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.